So do me a favour, press a like button, subscribe, give me a comment, because I want to know what you think, because this is battered my brains. 120 linear metres of mitering, 3 porcelain blades later, hey presto, done it. So now all the patio's done, now we're cladding the walls. So yeah, we're sticking grey porcelain along the wall, carbon, and we're having that stuff in the middle. And it goes across there, down there, and along there, along the back. Countertop area, but there for the cooking, that's going to have it too. This is the section I'm working on this morning, so I've run a string line, nice and tight, sprayed it. Now, I'm chopping 5mm off all of these things. See these end bits? The joint there? Well, I got 2 of those up against each other. Then it will not right. So I'm chopping all those bits off. Both ends. That one's already been done, that end. Then 5mm joint going up the top. So we're laying these as stretchers. Full one, carb deco, then another piece across the top, and we're going to be having straight joints going down to be a bit different rather than doing it like the block work. Then that'll get wrapped around the side as well. Here's my chopping saws, my Zoe 130, top bit of stuff. Then on the back, the carbon's going to go down, and then we're having slate on the bottom. Not so much for this area, because this is going to be the washing line area. And there's where the post is going to go. But the rest of it, all the way down there, is going to be grey on the top, black on the bottom. Right, well, I've got loads more chopping to do. I got myself a brew, and I got myself a bit of cake. Not that I like eating cake first thing in the morning, but hey ho. So this video is a little one for you guys out there which are trying to do some mitering. I've got loads of mitering to do on this job. The other side of the wall, I'm mitering everything, the sides, the top and everything. So I've got loads of it to do, so I might as well give you a video on how to do it. First thing, which does help loads, is a proper saw. You don't have to use a table saw like this. You can use a still saw if you like, if you've got the courage. But I got so much of it to do, I need every little bit of mechanical advantage I got. So I got myself a Zoe 130 I got from Tyler's Tools. This saw you can tilt to an angle of 45 degrees to actually get the mitre size you're after. Then after that, you just got to tune it up. But first of all, I got to chop the tile to size, and then we'll move on to the next bit. Before I actually do the cut, I got a sharpening stone here. So I'm going to dress the blade. Every cut I've been doing, I've been dressing the blade with this stone. Well, it's not stone, I'm not sure exactly what material it's made of. But yeah, definitely use it every time. Just get that extra cleaner cut. Make sure you stick your ear defenders on as well. Go deaf otherwise. Now we've got a nice flat surface now anyway, so that's going to help. Right, let's tilt the saw. Yeah, so just got a little thing I undo there. Put that in the middle. Loosen that off. Bring that into the mitering position. Tighten it up. Right, so let's put on the tile. I got a cut now for the top of the wall down there, and I'll show you how to do the mitre. So what's going to help now, the tile I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut this side off, which hasn't actually been cut. The side which I have cut looks like that. So I don't want that side, because that side, it's not as smooth as this side. So make sure this is the side you're going to cut for that perfect edge. We will smooth this up, but that's the stage after this. So I just got to align it into position now. As soon as I'm into position, then I can slowly come back and forth. Right, let's line. Let's line her up. This can take a little while to get it exactly where you want it to be. So a little bit of faffing around. So I'm going to stick you on time lapse until I got that bit sorted. I believe I got it pretty much where I want. So I'll take the camera off the stand now and I'll give you a closer look exactly how close I've got to it. It really is a fine line. You don't want to go too sharp because then it'll just chip. You don't want to go too blunt because then you won't get a good mitre. It's a little bit of both, but go blunt for now and then you can sharpen it up then with some little things I'm going to show you in a minute. Hopefully you can see how close the blade is to the end. You'll have to excuse this bit of film work because it's really quite tricky, but I'm getting as close as I possibly can and we'll fine tune it then after that. Right, let's get this bit off first. First time you drag it over, it's just a tester, just to see how close you've actually got to the edge. When you're happy with it, then continue cutting. Right, so I've taken it from there now and I put it on my table stand. I'll give you a quick look on how the mitre looks already. You can see it's quite rough around the edges there. Let me get a little bit closer. Right, hopefully it doesn't go out of focus. So you see that edge there? We want to try get that as little as possible. Hopefully zoomed in on that bit. So what I've been using is these blades now. I'm going to fine tune this a bit. At the moment, that's a 45-degree angle. If I can get it to like a 46, 47, 48-degree angle, then I'll give just a little bit more accuracy when I'm trying to get them in together. So yeah, I need to fine tune it a bit. And these things I got from Pulvex Diamond. Phil, cheers Phil for that. So right, let's smooth this up as much as possible. Then when we smooth it up as much as possible, then we move on to the next stage. Then I'm going to use this pad, porcelain pad, to really fine tune this edge. This is just to get rid of the majority and change it from a 45-degree angle to like a 47 or a 48. So I've just done half of it for now. You can see the half I've got up to and where I haven't got up to, where it's still quite rough. But this bit now is tilted back a little bit more than 45 degrees. So we'll finish off that bit, then we'll start the fine tune then, where I need to get some off the middle of it. Because at the moment I'm only doing the back. So as soon as I got the back done, then I need to take some off the middle. When I've taken some off the middle, then I move down to the front and get the front trimmed down as much as I can. Yada, 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 get on with it. Yeah, I know, I haven't got a bloody mask on. I know. Oh, it'd be great if it was a perfect world, wouldn't it? At least I got my ear defenders on. But there's not that much dust which comes off it anyway. All right, yada, yada, yada. So all I've done now, basically, I've just increased or decreased this angle, either one of those, from 45. Now I've taken some off the back. So now I need to take a little bit of porcelain off the middle of it now. And then I'll come to the front. So we take some off the middle of it first, and then we go on to the next stage in and put the different disc on to fine tune the front. I got a bit of meat off the bone. Now I got to change discs to this one, and we can fine tune this. And also the other side of the tile, which I cut, I want to do that as well. And yeah, I know I got ear defenders and now I've got a mask on. I know, great, perfect world. But glasses, cold, mask, fogged up, can't see what you're doing. And if you can't see what you're doing, then it's pointless doing anything. So yeah, I know, but we're not. So I'm just going to smooth this edge off now. I might actually give you a slightly closer look first before I start smoothing it, so you know what it was and what it is hopefully going to be. Right, so this is where we got to so far. So this here, that there, I just want to get it down maybe a millimetre less than that. So that's what it is at the moment. See this end here? Oh, hang on, let me come back a bit. Right, that's what I'm kind of after, is that depth there. So that to that. It's only a millimetre, but every bit helps. Right, okay, so you can see where I've started. I've just stopped by here, so you can see the difference of depth of the corner to that bit there. It's not a lot in it, it's only a millimetre, but a millimetre makes a hell of a difference at this stage. And this is nice and smooth now as well. This is still quite rough. See all the marks in it? So we want to get all those marks off and make it nice and smooth like that. I just need to get down another millimetre. So that is the last stage of the mitering. So hopefully you can see it, but I probably down to about a millimetre, maybe 2. So that's as close as I dare take it. Any closer than that, and you've always got a good chance a little chip happening. But yeah, to fine tune it, you need one of these. You don't want to keep using this thing because that takes up too much. This thing's great. That'll polish it. Lovely. Right, I got to spin it round now, and I got to use the same blade on the opposite side just to smooth that bit up. So this is the side I cut on the saw. So now, let me just give you a quick look. See, it's just slightly little dinks in it. So now I'm going to use the same thing now, same one on there, back and forth a couple of times to get it nice and smooth. And then the tile is ready for installation. Lush! So there we go. That's how I mitre my tiles. Lots of other people do it different ways, and it also depends on the machinery you've actually got as well. This is the machinery I've got, so this is the way I do it. So that's nice and smooth. The back has gone from a 45-degree angle to possibly 48. And that 48 would just give me a little bit more room on the back of the tile where they meet, give it more chance of a point. So that's the main reason of fine-tuning down the end. I've learned so much since the last time I tried mitering, but I believe this way now is pretty much the way to do it.
The crowd is jumping.
Anybody who wants blades, I'll put the link. I'll type it in. Beep 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 beep. But there. Well, what a bloody dilemma. That's taken me ages to cut that one. To get the right measurement for that to sneak into there. And look what's happened. A little chip off the corner. I could possibly glue it. But I'm not. I'm going to re-chop it, sod it, last job. Got to get everything absolutely spotty dog. Well, I've chopped it again. It's taken me 20 minutes or something. But 20 minutes well worth spent. Otherwise, it would have had a chip on there forever. 20 minutes later, it hasn't got a chip on there. So, Ramonde, next time you build one of these saws, give me a bit more clearance by there. Because that only goes so far, that hits it and stops. And if you can see through this gap here, let me zoom in. See, it did crack again, but I was lucky. So if that didn't add a bit more clearance coming this way, I could come past this way easier and hopefully not get another bloody crack. But I'm lucky, I got away with it. But next time, Ramonde, sort it. Right, let's notch this. This is when the grabos really come in handy. Right, let's pick this bad boy up. Take it over there.
Make me my day, make me my day. Make me my day, make me my day, make me my day, make me my day. Look at hit the.
days is doing my boxing. It's been up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh man, right, you got one more attempt. Well, what a tough day at the office. I've been battling it today. Oh, look at this little bit of a dink. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, off with his head. So the one on top of the barrow, on top of that one, has to take over for that one. And that's the corner one as well. This is just one mitre for the top, for around about just on the right hand side of my grabbo. But yeah, I've been battling it today. It's beating my brain to bits. I've really only got that bit in today. That was a battle. That was a battle. Oh, I'm going home. My head's shot. It's a new day, it's a new dawn. Right, those two are already cut. I'll put them on first. I'll get that corner up. Tomorrow I'm hoping to get this section up. And then it's just work my way around the back then after that. It's taking shape. I needed to take shape. Because my head's shot to bits. Oh. So these deco tiles, see that joint there on the top? Width of a blade? I've got to cut that off and I've got to trim off the other end. And then also the carbon one going directly above it, I've got to trim off 6mm off every single one of those because we've got straight joints. So I need to get rid of that. A little bit off the other one as well so I can go shump straight at the top of it. Really nice. Just enough to make you go a little bit loopy in the head. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, excuse me. And that's the bloody lot. Oh, mental that was. Absolutely mental. So, I'm going to need a new blade before I carry on doing any more. I got that one there to put on. But that's going to take an hour, something like that anyway. And it's gone 3. And this place is like a shithole. It's dust everywhere. So, I'm going to knock it on the head early. I'm going to get a new blade for that sorted out. Phil from Polvex, I'm coming to you soon, mate. Need a new blade for my saw. So we'll wait for that. And I'm just going to clean up. Clean, 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 clean. Cheers, Phil. Polvex Diamond. Just got my new blade. This is blade number 3. As you can see, the one on the right is slightly worn down. So every tile which has got to go on, you've obviously got to prime the wall first, give it a bit of sticking power. Then you go onto the tile you're about to lay, chuck some on there, double butter, happy campers. Right, let's get the stuff on there. Right, that's sorted. Let's get the grabbo on it. Grab yourself a grabbo. Right, that way. Sorted. Let's give it a couple of taps. What's handy with these grabos as well, I gotta get that tile over there about 1 millimetre. You don't bang it with a hammer if you don't have to. Stick that thing on, so it's got some suction. Do it that way. Next. So today's task, we're going to cut the tiles for the top to go along there, all the way down there, and that bit behind me. So yeah, got myself a little jig sorted out this morning. That's a tile in the middle I got to cut. I clamped a towel next to it just to make sure it's all even Stevens. Right, let's turn it on and let's start making a bloody racket. Yeah, so this mitre in malarkey, as you can see, oh, looks sweet. That bit there, that end bit, and that end bit there, two on the top, day. Oh, right. So I haven't been filming for a while because I've been stress level up to there and like there. My saw's buggered. The bearings are gone on it. The top's starting to wobble a little bit again because all the mitering back and forth. 1 minute straight, next minute's there, next minute straight, blah, 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 bolaxed. So I got to go to Tyler's Tools Monday. They're going to squeeze me in to fix it as soon as possible. But yeah, hard work. What's been great is this new slim grabo thing they give me. It's a great size to pick these things up. I did try it with my hands, just doing it, but definitely more control with that. It's just the right size as well. I can pick it up and I can plonk it down. I got my fingers either end and you just can't concentrate enough. So that is a godsend. Grabo, brill, cheers for sending me that over. It's been good for the decos as well. So I can just pick it up and go.
Once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, the ill behavior back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, power to the people back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, the ill behavior back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, power to the people back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager, the ill behavior back once again, will the renegade master, D4 damager.
Well, that took about 10 minutes to put together and took almost a day to get all those cuts for that top bit done. Tell you what, I'm going slowly mental in the head. So back on the job. Hang on, let me take my goggles off. Back on the job, saw fixed. First tile on it, hot knife through butter. Big up Tyler's Tools. Cheers, Jim, for sorting this out, mate. Much appreciated. I really needed to get on with this job. Pucker, straight through it. Ba-ching. Right, so follow me slightly. I'm down the end today. I'm down there. I gotta get some of the back tiles on today. So instead of stringing the line, I put a temporary tile up against there, primed it, leveled it from that corner to that corner. Same there, put a tile there, leveled it. So I got my first tile cut now. I'll stick that in the corner and we shall move across that way. As soon as there's in, stick the deco ones on top, then everything then is at that height. So moving along nicely. Weather permitted this week's any good, I'm not quite sure. Today looks good. Apparently tomorrow's all right. I'm not sure on Friday. Yada, yada, yada. Let's get on with it. Chop, chop, chop.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping. And the jam is bumping. Look ahead, the crowd is
Oh, cheers Grabbo for the new hat. Happy days. Right, cold one this morning. Got on the van this morning, 3 degrees. It's that time of year where it starts to suck. Oh, wet fingers this morning. Right, I'm going to do those tiles today. I'm not going to lay them today because I haven't got any primer. I've got to pick some more primer up. So I'll chop them ready. I'll stick them by there so they're ready to go in. Dun, dun, dun. Got to do that one next. I'm going to learn from that one for this one. So I'll chop those ready. I'll chop these ready. And tomorrow when I got the primer, I'll stick them all in. Then, as soon as that bit's up, at least it's all to height, apart from that bit. Then all I got to do then is stick the tops on. So here we go, we're on the bottom one now. Got those in. Not yesterday. Yesterday was lashing it down, storm. So day off yesterday. Now I'm in this morning sorting this bit out. So what's quite cool, that middle bit of the wall's a couple of millimetres high. That thing I've been using for the mitering is absolutely lush if you want to lose 2 mil. Right, so I got the back tiles cut to shape already. I got that one cut to shape. I've got the other side cut to shape over there. But I'm going to start gluing the back on now. I glue the sides and I got the little bits there on the end. I'm not going to film this one because I'm just going to be in the same place for ages. So it'd be a bit of a boring time lapse. That's basically a day's work. But I am so happy with it. That one's 99% brilliant. This one's 100. This is quality. Just worked out, sweet as a nut. So this is the last one. Oh, it's taken almost a day to cut the tiles. They're all up there. I'm really happy with the way they came out. Right, let's plonk them on. Let's get that Grabbo going. So if you've got a project coming up where you've got delicate stuff to do like this and you don't want to get primered all over your pinkies, then grab yourself a slender seal. Nice and slender, just like me. It just makes life that little bit easier. I do believe I've just cut my last mitre to go on top of the wall. Oh my God, time to celebrate. Let's do a happy dance. Oh, morning. Oh, this is getting to me now as well. Been here for ages. Finally on the other side of the wall now, so happy campers. Yeah, the other side took ages. This side shouldn't take as long because it's just straight. There's less bends in it. And I've done all the return mitering. Brilliant. So it should be an easy job, this one. We shall soon find out. Back once again, will the renegade master. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of the ill behavior. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of power to the people. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of the ill behavior. Back once again, will the... Dun 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 dun. Yes. That's been bugging me for ages. I sit over there and have my dinner, staring at the job, and all I've seen for ages is this wall. Well, finally I got some tiles on it. which is brill. So that worked out sweet as a nut. So what I'm going to do now is go down the other end over there and do some more. Look at that, even the wall's got a blanket. It's got a Hessian blanket. Next couple of nights it's going to get below 0. So I'm going to make sure frost doesn't get at it. So I'm going to wrap it up nicely. Brrr. Brrr. I've come in today, stupidly enough. I was just bored. I was going to have a look. Supposed to thaw out today. Supposed to get to a high of like 7 or 8. Wall's like a bloody ice cube. You see the snow and ice still on it where my finger is. The sun doesn't actually come round till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's going to be solid still. Been off for a week already. And tomorrow it's going to piss us down for about a week. So it's been too cold. And the next week then it's going to be too bloody wet. Looks nice though. So I just uncovered it. Because it's going to rain tomorrow. So there's no point in the Hessian getting all wet. But it looks pretty cool though, doesn't it? So just got to imagine that over there. All the tiles are cut already. I pre-cut them. I put paper in between them. The ones on the right are the full tiles. The one on the left are the tops. And they're all frozen together. Everything's like a flipping one solid ice cube. So today I shall be mostly going home. So this piece today, that piece on today, all the cuts are done, which is lush. As soon as that piece is on, then I can put that piece on. I will have to take off about 500 mil off the tiles so I can keep, because we're putting black all along the bottom, the slate, which we've actually got right by there. They're going on the bottom. So those ones are full ones, and those ones about 500, something like that. I don't know, I haven't measured it yet. But I'm going to get the black all nice and flat along the bottom. So I'm glad to be back at it, I must admit, because I've been bored out of my brains. Right, let's crack on.
Renegade master. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of the ill behavior. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of how to the people. Back once again, will the renegade master. D4 damage of the ill behavior. Back once again, will the renegade master. 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 Once again, 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 once again.
Happy New Year, everybody. 2023. Monday, the 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Dry day today. It's going to be pissing it down tomorrow. So I'm glad to be in work. So I set my levels up, set my line up. Line's nice and tight. Tiles are cut. I'm going to stick those on today and the top pieces. And then I got a couple of miscellaneous bits. Like that corner above there. It's lush. Oh, yeah. It's hard to do it like this, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's good anyway. Perfect. Right, that bit's done. Let's stick the tops on. well, almost done. I got a tile and a half I got to put on down the bottom, but I can't. Timbers run out of wood. Not long enough. So I gotta wait for that to go off. Then I can wang the rest of it on. It's like another tile and a half or something, which I have one, so I'll have to cut one more. Yada, yada, yada. Right, that's the other side in. This one's cut. I just gotta trim it down so I can get it to settle in nicely. And I can pop the tops on. Lush. She's in. Oh, wow. I tell you what, that has been the hardest bit of cladding I've ever done in my life. So I haven't done any filming for a while. I got black ones on there. I got a black slate on there. I just got to wait for that to go off over the weekend. Then I'll shimmy that timber along and I can finish off that bit. But yeah, we're moving along really, really slowly. Weather's been too cold, too wet, too cold, too wet. It's driving me bloody insane. So, back with a saw today. This is my 4th blade. So I've got a new diamond blade, new porcelain blade to go on there. So cheers Phil, yeah, that's my 4th porcelain blade I've gone through on this job. And check this out, this is really doing my head in. Watch the wobble. Bearings are gone again. Oh, 120 linear meters of mitering I've actually done so far. I added it up yesterday because we are going to be grouting soon. I need to know how much grout we're going to have. But yeah, I got to get that thing fixed again. So we've gone through 4 blades and we've needed my saw maintained twice. So yeah, got that last bit in the corner done. Oh God, so that was the last black slate laid. And guess what else has just been laid last? And I just clamped the last tile to the other side. Oh, finished. There we go, all done. Porcelain on the top, carbon matte, slate underneath. And got the deco there as well in between. And look at all this lovely mitering. Nice. This has been eye-opening for me, I must admit. It's been proper tricky. So we're trying to grout it now with exactly the same colour as the tile itself. So it just looks like one massive piece of porcelain. Washing line area next. Check this bit out. Come back for that one. It's going to be a blast.